Alright, so I'm going to be getting my IV started for the day. I usually start it in the morning. It is currently 3:18 in the afternoon. Been a little depressed, but here we are. So I showed you my supplies that I need. Obviously, first things first, hand sanitizer. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of be getting everything put together. Here's the IV bag. Here's the bag for the IV bag. So, as you can see, there's still air in this IV bag. Air at the top there. So I have to take the air out. There are two ways you can do that. The first way is the way you're supposed to do it, where you stick the tubing in and then you prime all of the air out of that. But that can take like 15 minutes, which sometimes is fine and I can do, but when I was working, I recently lost my job, but when I was working I would need to, be getting my IV set up in between phone calls, in between interviews. So the way I've been doing it is a little bit different and not as sanitary, and I'm not even gonna show that way to you because I don't want to get in trouble. First things first, got the pump, got to get the tubing attached to the pump. If you attach the tubing to the pump after attaching the IV to the pump, it's messy. So you just put it in between my legs here. Then you got the end that goes into the IV tube, or into the IV bag. I usually have a trash bag, but I do not. Take the pointy bit, stick her in. Okay, I'm gonna do it the wrong way. Whatever. So you take it back out, push all the air out. Air out. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky. And then stick her right back in. So you're not supposed to take it out and put it back in like that. I only pierce the first barrier, so I think it's fine. No one's told me otherwise, so here we are. Turn the pump on. But yeah, so I lost my job. That sucks. I was a recruiter for an electrician company, solar company. They sell solar. And they had me train my replacement and then fired me. So that sucks. But anyway, got my pump. Gotta still prime the tubing. First you have to reset the reservoir volume. Put that to 1,000 milliliters, and then you gotta prime the tubing. I make sure all of the air that's left in the bag is right at the end here so that it pulls the air out first before it starts pulling the solution out. Make sure it goes all the way up. And then I get things situated in the bag. So this is what the inside of the bag looks like. This pocket here is where the pump goes, and then the IV gets strapped in over here. So, take this. I don't really know the best way to show this. Should have thought about this first. Oh well. Here we are. IV bag. Put that in. Kind of hold it up. Essentially, I'm just strapping it in. Just strapping in. It's got a few different Velcro points to keep it in place. And then there's a little clip at the top to hold it as well. So get that clip in. And I did pause the priming usually because it doesn't take very long now. I like to be able to see the priming while it's happening to make sure all the air bubbles are coming out correctly. Yeah, so is now strapped in, ready to go. Got the pump. I'm going to continue priming. It's kind of filling now. And there we go. Stop priming. Once it starts dripping, that's when I can stop priming. And then I have to flush my port first. Then I got these handy dandy alcohol wipes. Clean that. And this is just the tubing that goes into the needle, which goes up into my vein. Take this. Get all the air out of there. I used to joke with my coworkers that I was gonna inject coffee into my port because I was tired. Peep my cat in the background. Hi, Iggy. Got that all the way done. Clamp that. And then I will do another alcohol wipe. Like I said, this can take like 15-20 minutes because just because of having to pull the air out of the bag, it takes forever. So shaky. Okay, I'm attached now. Thing's still clamped, so nothing's going in me. Pump is off. Now I gotta put the pump, slide it into the pocket there. Velcro strap that in. And then I like to take all this extra tubing just because it's a lot. It hasn't ever gotten tangled, but I don't want it to. So I just kind of loop it up and then put Velcro around it so that it stays looped. And then, so I take this white clip. It's just to clip off the tubing. If I wanted to stop anything from going through the tubing, I would clamp that. But I like to use it as kind of a stopper in the bag. So I'll put the clamp right inside the bag, right at the seam of the zipper, so that it won't pull out. You don't have to. That's just what I do. But yeah, then I'm all set, so I can open this up. I don't think you'll be able to see the screen, but it asks if I want to start the pump. Yeah, I can't see that. I'll figure it out. And then you just start the pump. It says Infusions starting now. Unclip this clamp, and I'm ready to go for the next 4 hours.